He's just like, I need to blow dry.
Like, perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on your Monday. I am so excited for this session. Today we have on Erin Gardner, owner of Gardner & Co. and one of our Concealed by Covet and Maine educators. And I would love for you to introduce your team.
So I'm Erin. Like Katina said, I'm the owner of Gardner & Co. Salon in Minneapolis. And this is Abby. Abby has been a stylist with me since we opened almost.
Yeah.
And this is Kara. Kara is one of our newer stylists. She has been assisting for, what, you figured it out?
Like 8 months, but I've been here for like 10 now.
Right, and is now on the floor and starting to take clients.
And tell us, how long has Gardner & Co. been open?
We have been open for 2.5 years.
And last time we had you on, we were talking about working in a commission and booth rental salon and how you found success with working with your team, what that looks like for each individual member. And we just had to have you back on and introduce some of that team so everyone can see what that looks like to have success where you've only been open for 2.5 years. And it's really exciting to have people that have been loyal to your salon and helped you grow and foster relationships with new people in the salon and new clients.
Yes, absolutely. And we've been so lucky because we've had such a good group of people, and there's definitely been an evolution as time has gone on. But I think that seems pretty normal for new businesses. But yes, just feel lucky that I've met the people that I have, and that the people that walk through the door.
For sure. And why is it important to work in a salon that supports an artist's professional and personal growth?
Do you want to take that?
Yeah, I can take that. I feel like it's important because, I don't know, burnout is so real in this industry, and being able to come to work every day and have people who really are in your corner and who are always willing to help you out or hype you out or anything like that, it makes it fun to come to work. It makes it feel like, even though, you're working one-on-one with your clients, you don't feel so alone in that aspect of like, none of us have unique experiences. So it's just very nice to have people that have your back all day, every day.
For sure. It's like you're coming in and knowing there's a support system there. I feel like in a lot of spaces, whether big or small teams, like it's not always supportive. So it's like you're trying to find the work balance of this is a business, but also there's an aspect of we have to have a relationship here for us as a team to thrive together.
Yeah.
And how has Erin done that as a leader? Like, how did she set the tone for you as a new artist coming into the salon? Kara, if you'd like to answer.
Well, I feel like going off of like how she supports us in our professional and personal growth, I feel like you can't have professional growth without that personal growth. And I feel like it's nice because she's created a space where it's never been a competition between any of us. It's always been like, no, we support each other. We love each other through everything. And she's also created a space where it's okay for us to fail and like learn from those failures, and not everything is going to be perfect all the time. And I know she's really like helped me understand that, especially as a new stylist coming into the industry. Like, it's been really good for me to understand that as even just a personal life thing. Like, it's okay to make mistakes and grow from that.
Exactly. I like that you said you grow from it. It's not, there's no wrong in mistakes. It's a learning lesson. And as you grow as a salon, as a team, you're wanting to see like those rocks and those hills early so that you can have a smooth process going forward.
And I can relate to that really, really well, because even for me now being in this position, I'm new to being an owner. I've been in the industry forever, but I feel Kara's pain sometimes with growing pains and understanding that not everything looks perfect and not everything, you do your best and you learn. And same for relationships, I think, with the people in your space. It's like just doing your best to foster those as genuinely and honestly as you can, being really clear, and yeah, just doing your best that way.
And I think it helps them, like taking from your personal experience. It's like you've gone through it, so you kind of cut it in half for them, where it's like you've had the long game of working from your home, then COVID, then going into a salon, and like really being able to be like, I did this and it didn't work, so let me show you the right way and how you can maneuver those different aspects of
For
it.
sure. Definitely.
And what does it mean to you not only to have a leader that supports you, but a team as well? Like you said, there's no competition in your space, but what does that look like from your day to day, like walking into the salon and ending the day?
I can take this one. I feel like for me personally, it hasn't always just been Erin being the one helping me through a service. So like if that's a foil service or whatever, like everybody on the team is willing to help me out. If I'm struggling, they'll help me formulate. Like it's always been like that. And it's never been like, oh no, you're on your own. Like you have to figure that out yourself. It's always been like, no, we're in this together and it's going to turn out great. Like you're going to be okay. Let's just take a breather and we can do it together.
I love it. And it's nice to also like set the bar high for the clients because you want them to have a great experience. But I also feel like they can feel your energy too. So it's like if you're not connected as a team or there's no flow or system in the salon, the client is like, oh, which way do I go? How do I navigate that? Like you make it an elevated experience for your team first and then the client second.
Yeah. Yeah, and I totally agree with you. I think clients do feel that energy. And one thing that's like such a compliment to us is when people come in and they're like, I follow all of you on Instagram. So I know that Abby just, is doing this and just got back from a trip. And oh, there's Kara. It just feels like it builds that sense of community that I really wanted in here. And they're all doing the right things. And it's just helpful. I think it makes it more fun. It makes work fun.
It's almost like a home away from home. Like you say, your clients, they follow you on Instagram. They're invested in your life the same way that you are in theirs. So you become like a therapist for your client.
Totally.
And so how did you figure out your salon structure? Like from day one, what did you want your space to look like for your team and for your clients, Erin?
So I had a business plan and it kind of within a few months went out that we would be a rental salon and that I would find stylists like myself that would want to come and just needed a place to work. And then I met like amazing people that were just out of school and needed kind of to bridge that gap between school and the confidence you really need to take your clients. And so after having a couple assistants and poor Abby, putting Abby through the ringer, I'm like, no, we're a rental salon. So you'll assist me and I'll pay you, and then you'll rent your space and you'll pay me, and it'll be a whole. It did. She was a brand new stylist and she did it. She made it through. But realizing how much time went unstable.
Can you hear me over there? I'm sorry. I think it froze for a minute there.
Oh, there we go.
Do you mind repeating what you said?
Oh, gosh, what did I say? I just said that in the beginning, I thought I would be a rental salon. That's what I had come from, and it's what I was used to. I wasn't sure that I wanted to manage people and do all of that. And then I met people that were a really good personality fit and someone that I wanted to work with, super talented, and just needed that little bit of just being able to bridge that gap from school to taking their own clients. And so after 6 months or maybe around a year mark, then switched over to commission.
And I like that you said that you work with people coming out of school. I think that's so important in this industry because a lot of people, they want their stylist already built out, but they don't see the benefit of being able to train someone, get them in like a great salon space and start them from top to bottom, what it looks like to work in a luxury space, to offer luxury services and the education that goes behind that. I think it all ties together. And if you can find people that mesh well and can come together, it creates a whole different atmosphere in the salon.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's something really nice about having someone that comes out of school that doesn't have any experience in the industry and that is excited about it and wants to learn and is open to trying new things and also realizing that there isn't just one way to do everything. And I think we talk about that a lot in here. Just you'll get there. Not everything's going to be perfect, like we said, but it's all a process. And I think a younger stylist is open to that.
Yeah. And it's also, Rome wasn't built in a day. Like it takes time to figure out what your salon culture is going to be, what it looks like behind the scenes to have such an amazing team, because it's not easy every day. Like we can't paint the picture that everything runs smoothly all day, every year. And it's nice to be able to have that team to go through those struggle points with you as well.
Right. And I think there's something really unique about building, like for Abby and I, for example, really from starting from the very ground floor and working together and going through some of those weird points.
Yeah, we definitely were like, well, here's what we're gonna do
and
today.
this is how we're gonna figure it out. And so there's something unique and special about that. And I value the flexibility of the stylist that, took a chance in the beginning and came along for the ride.
And Abby, how did you find Gardner and Co? Like, what was your journey into the salon?
I was still in school on Instagram all day, every day, looking for salons that I wanted to work in. And I stumbled upon Erin's build out journey on Instagram. And then there was an open house that I didn't get to make it to. I was trying to convince my friends. I was like, please, we gotta go. And we couldn't make it. And then she posted one day that she was looking for an assistant. And I had been 2 months out of school. And I was like, well, hey, I do love the vibe of this salon. I might as well take the chance. And then I started 3 days later. So yeah, it was literally just scrolling through Instagram. That's how I found it.
And what about you, Kara? What was your experience?
The same sort of thing. I was scrolling on Instagram. I love the area. And so I was mostly looking around Minnetonka, and I found it might have been Erin's personal Instagram first. And then I looked on the Gardner Instagram and I was like, this is so cute. I feel like the vibe is just me. And I definitely want to go check it out. But I was halfway through my program at school. And so I still had a little ways to go. And I asked Erin if I could come just check out the salon as a tour, not even an interview or anything.
She interviewed me.
I brought in questions for Erin and all that stuff. And then I didn't know if there was a space, spot for me because I still had so much school left to go. And then right before I was graduating, Erin reached back out to me and was like, hey, come back, let's chat. I would love to talk things over with you. And then from then I was like, yeah, I have to work here.
And what's your favorite part about work?
Kara was really...
Oh, the people. I love the people. And it just makes me excited to come into work every single day. And it feels like a family.
Erin, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, Kara, just when she came in at the midpoint in school, she was like, okay, so here's the thing. I want to know how I can make this much money. And I want to know, I want to learn extensions and I want to do all these things. And it was she left and I was like, I gotta get my life together before I talk to this girl again. And that's when
I was like, here's my resume.
Yeah. And then that's when I reached back out when I felt like I had the time to put a little more time into our training program. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm working on. And this is where it's changed in the last few months. And do you want to come back and talk again? And, yeah.
That's so cool that she inspired you and like you made changes in your business even from someone coming out of school who was like, I want to work here. What does it take? All the things. And like it changed your mindset as well.
Yeah. And it's right person, in my opinion. It's like, it doesn't matter how we get them in the door. Frankly, if it's the right fit and you know that, then I think it's worth the investment and the time you put into it.
Your right place, right time. So I would love to talk a little bit about education in your salon. Like, what does that journey look like for your stylist? Why were you so inspired to take Concealed by Covet and Main and then ultimately become an educator for us? So I'd love to hear more about what inspired you to get involved.
Um, is that for Abby or is that for me?
Come for Abby. Can you hear me okay?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Katina? I couldn't hear you for a
Oh,
second.
no worries. So I would love to talk a little bit about education and what inspired you to get involved with Concealed. What does the education look like within the salon, whether you take many courses, just like how do you build salon morale around education and elevating your services?
Um, so I think our big thing is breaking up a little bit, but I think the answer with Covet and Main from using their hair, and I knew I loved it. And it made perfect sense to me when you guys came out with the method, that it was something that I myself personally wanted to learn. And then I think that education for everybody in the salon is important because it's really your reputation. I want everyone that comes in to feel like this is the salon that I've heard about for extensions in Minneapolis, and I want someone who comes through the door to know that they see a concealed certified stylist, and if they come to me or they come to Abby or they see Lauren or they see Molly, they're going to get a very similar end result and experience. And I think that the way to protect your reputation and make sure that you're offering the best is through education.
It's also nice for the team, like doing it as a team and you're doing homework together, you're coming to classes together, and you feel like, okay, maybe I don't understand something, and Abby will be able to answer that question better, or just like being able to bounce off of each other builds a more team morale.
Yeah, definitely. And we've definitely had those moments where it's like, yeah, why is my corner doing that? Yours isn't doing that.
Like,
and we go back and yeah, work on it together. And it's very, I think, collaborative. And I think everything in this industry, when it's creative and when it's a trade, I feel like that's only to your benefit, especially when you're in a salon environment. And it's what I wanted for this space for sure.
And Abby, how has taking Concealed helped you in your business?
Did you hear that?
No, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. How has taking Concealed helped you in your business?
Oh, it has grown my extension business a ton, actually. I was kind of on the fence about taking Concealed because I was like, weird. I mean, I had only been doing the whole rental thing for like a year. I was in a really weird spot. I was like, I don't know, that's scary. But Erin convinced me, and I actually still to this day very appreciative of that because the Covet and Main website, the Find a Stylist link on the website has brought me like 4 new clients in the past 4 months. So that alone has grown my business a lot. But yeah, I mean, people know the name Covet and Main, and you're affiliated with that. That helps grow a lot of extension clients for me, actually.
That's amazing. I think that's so exciting, especially being so new in your journey still, getting like a space to be able to have a quality method and support your clients in that and like making sure their hair health is first, placement, all
Right.
of the things that go into it. And they trust you. Like you've done the work, you've done the education, and that's really big for a client when they go in and talk to their stylist.
Yeah, for sure. I've never heard so many extension clients tell me how comfortable their extensions feel. Like I had a client the other day, first time client who came for a move up, and she had been wearing extensions for 20 years. And when I did her move up, she was like, "This is the most comfortable that I've ever felt," and that made me feel good because I was like, "Well, that's what the method's good for. It's great for your scalp, it's great for just hair health in general." And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of people be really happy.
And how long do you tell our listeners have you been doing method? And
What? Sorry.
can you tell our listeners how long you've been doing the method in the salon?
I've been doing method for almost a year now. I was certified in September of last year.
And how does it feel to know that Concealed by Coveted Name is coming to Gardner and Co. to host the class?
I'm so excited. I can't wait. It was so much fun at the class we went to, and now I get to see Erin in her element. Like she gets to teach her class, and I don't know, I'm very excited. I'm excited for her and for everybody that's going to come. It's a good time.
And Erin, what does that mean to you? Like it's a full circle moment. Like you've been with us for so long, like working with our extensions, taking our course, and now being able to educate on it.
I mean, I feel so lucky to be able to do it. It was definitely a dream of mine, and I'm so excited to share it. I feel like I've learned so much about myself in the last, couple of years about seeing myself in an educator position, and I think that I'm just excited to share Concealed and share what I've learned up to this point, and make it fun and have a good time and have everybody here.
Mm-hmm. And Kara, what does that mean to you?
I am just so excited for everybody. I'm not personally certified yet. I am really excited for the time when I am able to, but I just think it's really cool because I get to see how everybody collaborates with Covet and like how they work with each other for being like, oh, like this isn't working. How do you do this? Or can we like have a fake class so I can learn how to teach this to other people or like stuff like that. And then I get to also see everybody's clients, how they react to it. And I just think it's really cool. And I think it's really good and a good opportunity that we're bringing it to Minnesota because, I mean, obviously we love it and we want everybody else to learn it. So yeah.
And what advice would you give to someone that's interested in taking the course, Abby?
I would say to definitely look at the big picture of everything. Like I, at first, just being so new to like running my own business was so not like comfortable with the idea of like investing in myself, but that's definitely something that it's not going to fail you to invest in yourself and to invest in your education. It really did change my business. So I would definitely say like, take the leap, invest in yourself. You're not going to regret it.
I love that you said invest in yourself. I think in your industry, it is very consumer facing and like you're wanting to get clients in and you're wanting a journey to grow and like you can see all the different things on social, but it all comes back to you and like what you're willing to put into your business to see it grow and expand.
Yeah, definitely. It's very much this job can definitely take a lot out of you as far as like we are basically therapists all day, every day. So you have to make sure you're doing what's good for you and taking care of yourself and really building yourself up to make your business great.
And Erin, as a salon owner, what advice would you give an owner who wants to grow her team to achieve what you have?
I would say flexibility is really the number one thing. I think being able to work with changes, admit when you don't have the answer, but you're going to figure it out. I think just taking it one day at a time and really investing in your relationships and the people that you have with you, trying to be as transparent as possible about the decisions you're making as you're making them, so everyone feels like they're along for the journey because they are. What else? I think that's, those are my big takeaways.
Like you've created such a sense of community in your salon, and I think that's so important. But you've also made space for the business side of it as well. Like we said, every day isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to be a fun day all the time. And it's important to remember that when you have success behind the chair.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what for our final, before we go, what advice would you give stylists that are looking for the next step in their journey, like fresh out of school, wanting to like invest in their education and grow into an extension space? What advice would you give them to get started? Cara.
Going off of what Abby said earlier, just like take that leap of faith and trust everybody around you because they want to see you succeed. And if you believe in yourself that you can succeed, like obviously you're going to do it. You're going to make things happen. And it's going to be so scary, but you just have to be comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good point. I like that. All right. So I'm so excited to come to Gardner and Co. and see your beautiful space one, meet Kara in person too, and just build around the community that you've created. I think it's so important to have a great salon culture, be transparent with your team, have that flexibility because there's so much that goes into leading a salon, but also being a part of a salon. So it's kudos to you for creating that space for them, Erin.
Oh, thank you.
And for those who are interested in taking our Concealed by Covet main class in Minnesota, which we're so excited to be there for, it will be September 22nd and 23rd. We're really excited to dive into all things methodology, but also pair you with an amazing educator who has an amazing team, who's taken the time to grow her team and invest in their success. So if you have questions, if you want to learn more about Covet and Main education, but also to connect with Erin if someone's interested in opening their own salon and how to foster a team. Erin, tell them how they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. I'm at ErinGardner.17 or at Gardner and Co Salon. I think it's Gardner and Co Salon. I feel like there's a weird dot in there somewhere, but you search us, you'll find. And yeah, happy to chat all things concealed or salon ownership or any and all of the above.
Thank you, ladies, so much for taking time out of your day to jump on and talk us through your salon experience and how you've grown together. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in September. And I hope everyone that's watching on YouTube and on Zoom, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of this. And we'll be sending out the replay soon.
Thanks, Katina.
thank you.
And have a great rest of your Monday.